Hello, everybody. How is it going? Happy pre-Turkey Day to all of you out there and your families. Man, you guys are coming in faster and faster every week, which is great. Great, great, great. MagFed Legion in the house. Alfred Baer, James Davis, Scott Faulkner, Felix Gonzalez, Richard Baker, Joseph Howard. What is going on, guys? It is good to see all of you. Sorry for the late start today. We are getting a lot of stuff ready for the holiday special. The 31 guns, the 31 days. We're doing some Black Friday stuff now too. So we've been very, very busy all day long. So I apologize for the late start, but we got a pretty laid back show for you guys today. We got some more stuff that we have to get done with the holiday special. We're not going to be in the office tomorrow. We are closed finally. I feel like we're never closed, but we are closed tomorrow to enjoy Thanksgiving with their families. So it's we got to get these things ready before Black Friday. So other than that, welcome to the MFW show. I stopped putting the episode numbers on there because I'm like losing track. We're very close to 50. I already spoke to KT. We are going to do an extremely unique auction for the 50th episode. So you guys make sure you tune in to the 50th episode. I believe we are 3 away. So in 3 more weeks, just in time for Christmas, we will be doing something pretty cool for the 50th episode. I don't know if a lot of you know this because we've accumulated so many viewers over the, I would say, freaking 8 or 9 months that we've done this. But how the MFW show came to be is I actually told KT and Mike that I wanted to, we were going to announce something, and I said, why don't we go on Facebook Live? Why don't we do a live broadcast of it? And KT looked at me and he goes, I don't know about that. Like, I don't know. And I had told him, I was like, you know what? We have 70,000 followers on our Facebook page at that time when we started this. And I told him, 70,000 people is a lot. I mean, we were averaging, close to 40,000 or 20 to 40,000, depending on the post and how well we were doing at that time. But 25,000 average reach on all of our posts. So every time we posted something, 25,000 people all around the world were seeing it. So I told him, I was like, listen, there's a lot of people out there who would probably love to see visually what we got going on. And so I basically told him, and I basically said, you know what, we should just try it once. And then what happened when we did it, we had like 128, 130 viewers the first time we did it, which is actually more than we have now, because right now, because of the time, and we went early in the afternoon, which is, I think, the better time to do it, because people were watching us at work. People were, that were home were watching us. People were watching us in class. Like had people coming in from all over the world. But early day is the best time to do the live stream. But unfortunately, we just can't do it. We're way too busy. We can't leave Val doing everything. And a lot of times, I already feel bad that we're up here, and Val holds it down for us in the office on Wednesdays. So, she's the best. So when you guys talk to Val, make sure you give her a hug through the phone. You give her some good encouragement, because she does a lot back there, and we definitely appreciate it. So, and I know you guys too. But anyway, so that's really how the MFW show came to be, and KT and Mike were like, wow, like that's better than we thought. And now we're almost at 300,000 followers on our page, and it's growing every day. We're averaging about, I want to say, 100 new likes every day. So we're looking at about 700 every week, which is really, really, really awesome. And it's thanks to a lot of you guys. So we appreciate it. When we hit 300,000, we are going to be doing something huge for that, because that's going to be a big accomplishment. We're at 291 something right now. So we got about 9,000 more to go, and like I said, we're getting there slowly but surely. But I'm just holding it down right now before KT comes in, and he'll be right here. He's just helping a customer in the lobby. Oh, sorry, Val. The mic's actually closer than it usually is. Anyway, so moving forward, we're going to talk about some of the Black Friday deals. We're going to talk about 31 guns in 31 days. If anyone has any questions, you can ask that. Let's recap some of the stuff. Rondell Khan, you're asking about the shotgun shells. We do have the shells coming in. They're on their way. Actually, they're here. But because tomorrow's Thanksgiving, I don't think they're working. So we will probably get them Friday, and we'll re-up them online. I did see that Evike is now selling 25 packs of the new Mark II shells in different colors. It's $100 for 25 shells, which makes them about $4 a piece. But that is an option for you. We will not be selling them like that. We'll still be selling them in the boxes here. The 4 shells for the $22. So we're not going to do any big things. They're selling a lot faster than we thought. So we're going to keep them as that for now. We may bring in some of the 100-round packs. I'm not sure yet. But if you do want that, I'll post a link or just reach out to me on Facebook. I'll send you the link for the 100 pack on Evike. I'm sorry, the 25 pack on Evike. Other than that, there are some accessories that if you haven't seen Dusty Hatfield's shotgun that he just got, you need to go to his Facebook page and check that out. Like, wow. He decked that thing out in Magpul 870 parts. He's got some other firearm grade shotgun stuffs on there. Amazing, amazing build. Really, really cool. It inspired me to do something here. So keep an eye out. We got some really cool stuff that I've been building that I'm going to be releasing out to you guys here the next couple days. I have a gun that I just made that I'm looking for with some new products on it that we're going to be offering too. So let's see here. Yeah, Carlos Edward, we will talk about Black Friday deals when KT comes back. What are the shipping costs for the items? The shipping cost depends on your location, but you can, if you're here in the States, you're looking at anywhere from $13 to $18, depending on the marker that you've won. If you're international, of course, it'll be a little bit more. So we will give you those costs as soon as we announce, but that's what you can kind of expect. Canada, you're looking at anywhere from $38 to $52. But like I said, the cheapest marker that's on the website is $149. So, I mean, you're getting a deal no matter what, how much shipping is. If you want expedited, we can ultimately do that, but we will always get you the cheapest method. So, yeah, let's see here. Folding stock, PDW stocks. Let's talk about this because a lot of people asked about it. It's out now. A lot of people are a little, taken off by the price. But keep in mind, guys, the cost to manufacture stuff, to even modify things. There's a lot of costs that go into that. That's the labor time, the actual time that it takes to make it, and then of course the materials and everything else that are required to put that out there. So these PDW stocks are just more options. A lot of people have asked, are we going to make a 13 cubic inch option? Not at this time. And like I said, we made a PDW stock because people wanted the shorter options because they didn't want the 13 cubic inch length. If you want that, then just stick with the tank and stocks. Having a PDW stock with a tank in it doesn't make it a PDW stock. It just makes it a stock because it's going to be the same size as any of our tank and stocks. That's a lot of stocks. Wow. Said that 50 times fast. But like I said, it's for what you're getting, the all-metal construction. Those things are so durable, I do not ever see them breaking. Which is great, and they give you that look that you're looking for when it comes to the PDW. That length, you got that 2 position. The universal one has 7 positions, so you can get extra long on there. It's just a PDW stock. So I apologize that we can't make it any cheaper for you guys. We really are trying to stay as competitive as possible, where it still fits within what we need to recoup. from a project like that. But like I said, if that's what you're looking for, the PDW stock, that's what you will want to get. Kadeem Kenshin, a lot of people have been asking about that. The jailbreak muzzle brake, that is a different brand. It's connected a little bit differently. It's not a Salient Arms branded handguard, but we will have those available probably after Black Friday. They're also here, but we have to go pick them up. So let's see here. I think a lot it's about look, not size when running 13 CI. Timothy Brooks, yeah. I mean, like I said, if you PDW stock in a 13 cubic inch tank, I mean, you can just put a pad on the back of it and it'd be the same thing. So when I think of PDW stock, like I said, I'm not a cosmetic type of player. I've never really thought about, I don't put things on my marker or my real steel guns or my airsoft guns that to make it look cool. Every piece has a functional responsibility, and it makes me, it helps me, shoot better and etc. Out when I'm using it. So when I think of PDW stock, I'm looking for a compact stock that allows me to bring the whole weapon or marker or gun all the way in to my body, so I can adapt to CQB platforms. But to each its own. Like I said, there's a lot of people who are a lot different, but that's how it is. Let's see here. Steve Warren, what's the word on the new marker development? If you're talking about the Tornado, which is the AK-12 X7 Classic conversion kit and complete marker, right now the mold is being made. It's actually almost done. We're about like 2 weeks out, and then we will have the first mold sample, and then we'll be updating you guys for that when that marker, we get more updates on that. We do have like an R&D series that we've been filming, me and KT, on basically the research and development, how we design from nothing all the way to its completion now that it's at the mold process. So we're expecting to hopefully release that in the first quarter after the first of the year. We have a very large calendar coming up here in this next year. I mean, January we got SHOT Show. February we have Paintball Extravaganza. March we have Dominion. I mean, we are hitting an event every single month, and then towards the summer we actually have 2 events a month. So me and KT are going to be very, very, very busy. I plan on we're going to be hitting 0 Hour again, Ion, D-Day, Kilo 6-9. We're going to be all over the states this month or this year. So we're going to be showcasing a lot of that stuff. Shape projectiles are very close. We should have an update for you guys in the next couple weeks. I would say about 2. So we are very, very excited about that. All of our resources and time are going into the shape projectile right now. So as updates become available, we will be going live or releasing video material on that product. The Hydra is done as far as the prototype. We did some testing. Right now we're reprinting a few parts that were modified to accommodate the inconsistencies with FSR, which was what the problem was kind of coming out with. It fed fine with round ball, did even better with shape projectiles, our shape projectiles, I'm sorry, but first strikes it was a little hit or miss. So we had to modify some parts, so we're just reprinting those right now, and once those come in, we'll do a full test, and then once that's good to go, we'll put that into production as well. Patrick Scott, you're looking at anywhere from the $50 to $75 range for the 50 round version, and then if you want the 100 round version, you just buy the other side of the magazine for an additional 50 or 75 bucks. So we would like to keep it around $50, but with some of the new modifications and things like that, the parts that need to be reinforced, it might be a little bit more costly. But we would like to keep it in the $50 to even possibly the $65 range. That's what we're looking at right now. So you're looking at $125 for the whole thing if you decide you want to go that way. Let's see here. Patrick Scott, it will fit all of our markers, anyone with a Helix or DMAG Magwell, which is all of them. And then we will have feed towers coming out and very close to the end. We will have let's see here. We're talking about the Tipex. We're talking about the First Strike T15, Milsig, and the Die Dam. So we haven't decided which one we're going to start with first. Most likely the Tipex and maybe the TMC. But we are going to be giving those feed towers, releasing those after the product release itself. But the first, of course, will be for the Helix and DMAG, and it will fit all of our markers. So if you want to run a 50-round option, it's an offset right-hand drum. So you'll just have the 50 rounds, and if you want to later and you want to have the 100-round option, you just buy the left-hand side of the drum, and you'll have the 100-round version. The later design of the PTR will have something like a bolt release function that will release the bolt after reloading a full mag. Craig Faust, essentially yes, that is the plan, to have a functioning closed bolt system there, and then the mechanical full auto and 3-round burst. Those are the upgrade and the revisions that are going to go into the final and complete version of the PTR. Right now it's a 468 PTR because it still uses the 468 one-piece upper receiver. You have the PTR lower, but that's not the final stage of the PTR. So yes, the future version will have that. Let's see here, Kadeem, how will you notify the winner, by email or Facebook? Kadeem, we will announce the winner. I'm going to go live every single day on this Facebook page. I'll try to do it every day in the morning. That way I can just get it done with, and I'll pull the name out, I'll announce the winner, and they'll be up on our Facebook page, and I'll have in the title here, it'll be day 1, 31 guns, 31 days, day 1, and then it'll be the winner. You have 1 day to respond. You will also be notified through the system in which you purchased the product through our website. You'll receive an email to the email associated with your account that's notifying you that you have won that day. If you don't respond within the day, and the next business day that we come in, we will unfortunately move on and re-announce a winner for that day. Okay, so make sure, guys, if you have tickets, that you're checking your email and you're also visiting the Facebook page some point in the day, every day, to see who won. Okay, we'll build the invoice, we'll give you the shipping quote based off of your location, and then of course that marker for that day, and you'll be good to go. You just pay for the shipping, and then that will be shipped out immediately. Damien Rosado, happy Thanksgiving, my friend, to you and your family. Let's see here. Okay, the pistol. The pistol is, Omar is working on that. Now, the last time I spoke to him, he said he was pretty much done with it. He was working on a few little things, but I haven't really stayed up with him on that project. I'll ask KT when he comes on. You guys can ask that. We'll reiterate that in a second here. Let's see here. Dusty Hatfield, you should post a photo of your shotgun, man. I was talking about it earlier. Let's see. Someone said something. Jeremy Gregorish, what? 1 or 2 guns of 1 ticket? How rude. No, if you don't respond in the day that you won, for the day that you won, we're going to pick another name for that. Okay, that's what I meant by that. It's not the same ticket and you'll get 2 guns because somebody didn't do that yesterday. You get it. We're gonna re-announce another name for that. Rondo Khan, I'll let KT answer that here now that he's here, ladies and gentlemen. KT.
Hi guys, how's it going? Got
customer of 1,000 questions.
Exactly. Yes. So gotta put out a fire first for hopping into the hot seat.
A lot of people are asking about the pistol, and that's the only project that I don't know about 100%.
The pistol,
a little update.
Okay, the pistol, the 6.8 cal pistol we're working on. Well, I think we did one of the sample of the prototype about a year ago. We Did some shooting tests on it. It's working fine. We achieved the velocity that we want to achieve. Design pretty much done, but there are a couple features that Omar want to add in, and that kind of delayed things a little bit. He want to put a new valve in there, so he got done with that. Now we're actually in the we're gonna prototype that version, and once that's stabilized, we can crank that out. I know that a couple of, I don't know, this guy named Kyle or something like that, making one of those, like a Glock looking pistol. I think he posted a picture of it today. Orange body. It looks pretty cool. Hopefully he work out the kinks and get more pistol out in the market. Definitely there is a shortage in pistol in the industry right now. There's only two. You have your T8.1 and then you have your Tipman Tipex. That's it. That's only two pistol out there that actually working really well in the 6.8 cal. I know Tiberius is about to release another one. I know that we're working one, and I think Valken is working on. I think almost every manufacturer right now is working one. Even Tipman, I think I heard they're working one too. So I think about maybe sometime next year, 1 to 2 years, I'm very sure there'll be more than 2 additional pistols gonna hit the market. Well, by then, you guys have more options, more ability to carry a secondary. That's what right now most people use it as a primary, not so much as secondary. It's too big, too bulky to be to have a secondary. So that's our focus is actually making secondary, kind of like what we just have up right now, the PPQ, and it makes a perfect secondary. It's small enough for you to actually put in your chest rig right in the front there, small enough for you to actually put in your waist. And it's small enough and light enough for you to put in your thigh rig, and when you run around, it seems like it just throw over, on a.
He uses G21 holsters, guys.
Right.
G21 holsters. If you don't know what G stands for, it stands for Glock. Glock 21 holsters. I got an argument on some guy online who said that a PPQ pistol will not fit in a Glock 21 holster, and I had to send him the video that I did going in and out of a Glock 21 holster. Guys, you do not have to buy a P99 holster because there's literally only 4 companies that have a model available. Blackhawk, and 2 of them are the Serpa and the CQC. There's also a Safariland option, and then there's custom Vetters holsters that they make for the P99, but you don't have to buy that. Just buy your generic G21 holster. There's hundreds of options out there. Hundreds.
That's a lot of options, right?
And they work. It works perfectly fine. It works absolutely perfect. There's no modifications necessary. You may want to adjust the retention just a little bit, but it works great. It will lock in. You can do the level 2 retention. You can do the thumb drive Blackhawk holsters. You can do the concealed carry ones. There's tons of options, like you were saying.
And the rig, I mean, it's so cool. I mean, the firearm stuff, accessory, it's solid. I mean, it fits tight, it's rigid, and it's go onto your whatever you do in thighs, your chest, or whatever you put it. It's solid. I mean, it's not loose, not flopping around. Like I said, a lot of times I've seen guys running on the field with a thigh rig nylon. I mean, those rigs, it's not meant for you to run around. The cops wear them, right? But do they run? No, they just stand around and look good. So I don't expect us going around. It's doing a sport. It's different than doing an operation where you just stand around, because when you run, you actually run, you slide, you jump, you do all kind of crazy stuff, because it's a sport. It's more rigorous than having to do your duties.
The PPQ has been an overwhelming, I'm going to call it a blessing now, because we were worried in the beginning, but we've sold a lot of those thanks to you guys, and we thank you for that.
Thank you.
It's adding a completely different dynamic to a lot of games. I've been getting a lot of...
It scares me, when I first it scares me when I first tested it and I dropped the magazine. I put it down. What the hell is this thing? It kept on leaking. I mean, I can't shoot it, and after I tried a couple of times, I was ready to throw in the towel, and then
he texted me. Yeah. He texted me. He goes, "Hey, I think we need to rethink this pistol thing." And I was like, "What? What do you mean? No!" And then we came in. And he realized that it's just that part of it. Right. So, there's there's a pro and a con to almost every product that gets released out in the market, including ours.
Right.
You know, if it's very, very durable, but the price is a little high,
That's
or
true.
it's cheap, or it's cheap feeling, or it doesn't have this functionality, it doesn't go
Right.
this far back, blah blah blah. It's hard to manufacture and design a product
Right.
that's just amazing all the way around. There's always going to be someone that it doesn't really fit 100%. But the PPQ that I've found from listening to you guys, it
so
has
far almost
just really made you guys better players.
Right.
And I literally, after the first weekend, I had a couple people reach out to me and go, the PPQ saved my life. Like, that was like literally
Right.
what people were telling me. And I was like,
Right.
this is, I mean,
a couple of
obviously,
players bought the PPQ on site at Outpost and Envil 8, and they were using it as a primary. They took out like 10 or 15 players in one sitting. One go, one game. So it's pretty amazing. He's saying he was doing headshot pretty much almost all day long when he was playing. So that's pretty amazing for a pistol platform. Someone was asking before I get the name. 20 inches hammerhead barrels. They're coming out. Hopefully end of this month, or in about 2 to 3 weeks. They are in anodized right now to get the color. Once that's done, we'll put them up. We start off by having 3 different threads for you. So those are going to be one shot. One shot barrels will always be direct threaded, and it will be spider. You have a one shot spider threaded 20 inches. You have autococker, and then you have A5. Those are 3 primary threads we're going to have on those one shot 20 inches. I know a lot of guys have been asking, especially Hammer 7 players. They've been looking for a long barrel, and they've been asking us to get that out, and that will have the spider threads. And a lot of die-dam players needing those long barrel too will have that. And of course, the A5 covers the rest of the industry on all the barrels. Did somebody ask the shape projectile?
I just touched on it. I told them that we're all of our resources are in there.
Right. So. Hopefully, about sometime next month or so, we're able to do like a bulk test on them, and then we'll let you guys know results. If they work out well, the way that we're planning to, then the next stage is we're gonna start doing a quick run of it, about maybe 20, 30, 50,000 of them, and then we're gonna send out to ambassadors and to store owners and field for them to try it out, and if performs to the satisfactory, then we'll go to production and we'll start cranking them out. So that's our plan for December. I think it's gonna be a great Christmas for us.
Miles Bennett Dyson, I'm looking at the comments right now because the camera's in the middle of the screen. The comments are on the right hand side, so that's what I'm looking at to just see what questions are coming in.
Right.
So yeah, we have a lot of products, a lot of projects going on. KT's working on them all as much as he can. I'm doing a lot of building back here, working on the lobby. We got a lot of stuff that we're working on.
Right.
So we've always promised you guys, we've had a product release every single week for the past, we're almost on the 7th week. I think it's the 7th week.
Right.
So
today, actually, the OPS suppressor will be available today after the show. We'll start to take some photos and put them up. So it's the version. I realized that when we made it, we were so focusing on a long barrel that we made it where the barrel recessed through the suppressor. So you're losing about a solid 7 inches of barrel length. So if you are gonna put this suppressor on a barrel, you're gonna need 7 inches of recess. Okay, so that's a lot of juice there. I mean, a lot of barrel length there. I'm making an adapter for it that allow you to thread into the end of it, so that way it's extended, make it longer rather than you losing barrel length. I mean, it's not losing, but you're basically hiding the barrel in the suppressor. It's kind of, if you're doing a long range rifle and you don't want to expose the barrel so long and add on additional length to the overall length of the rifle, then it'd be perfect. But if you're having a short barrel, you want to keep your short barrel and you want to add a suppressor to it, then this barrel, this suppressor is not going to do it for you. You have to get a longer barrel to compensate for that recess on the suppressor. But if you want to wait for about another month or two, we're going to have an adapter that goes in the suppressor, then you can add onto the length. I think that's something we kind of missed. We kind of still focused on doing a long version rather than having to do the short version for you guys.
Do you want to show that? Do you want to show the marker or no?
Which one?
The one that we were
just
using
built?
earlier. Yeah.
We have it here.
It's over there. It's right there. On the
Okay. Have you done the auction yet?
No. I was waiting for you to do it.
Okay.
Right now.
So we just got this case. right here. This is going to be your auction for this week. It's a PPQ inside a pretty display case right here. So you guys want to put in your bookcase or something like that. It's a nice little display there for you. So. And
you also have there's a compact laser sight on the bottom rail of the PPQ. This is a black version. Yeah, we're not going all out on this auction, guys, but this is a really cool case. It's adjustable to multiple platforms out there.
Bye guys, happy Thanksgiving.
Thanks, Val.
Val says happy Thanksgiving.
See you Friday.
Yeah.
See you Friday.
So we'll start this off at $100. I know Black Friday's coming up, so everyone's watching what we're doing too, and we're going to talk about the Black Friday stuff here in a second. So we'll go ahead and you guys can start with that. Timothy Brooks started off at 100.
I'll grab
Felix Gonzalez. Yeah, it's right there.
I'll grab the rifle.
Okay. All right, guys. So, yeah, we're going to show you something here that we want to talk about a little bit of where we, as MCS, are headed. So we've put a lot of time and effort and a lot of collaborative brain juice timed, whatever you want to call it, brainstorming on really what we can do to bring our products into the future, and I think we've narrowed it down to quite a bit. So what you see here is a brand new build. This is on the PTR, but it's compatible with the 468. Pretty much any of our systems, you can accomplish this. But it looks the best on the AR platform. Haven't come up with a name for this yet, but you can get an idea of where we're headed and what products will be available, what upgrades that you're going to be able to choose from in our arsenal. A lot of our stuff we know is a little outdated as far as like handguards and things like that, but came up with a PDW stock. KT worked his ass off to get that to where it needs to be. Now we have a couple different options, like a couple different PDW options, which is really, 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 really awesome. So this is a PTR of the future with the new PDW stock here that has a, this is full metal construction, full metal. Has two QD mounts here on the top, so you're going to be able to adjust very, very easily. You have obviously your two position here. You want to rub that back there. There we go. So you can see fully extended out right there, and then fully collapsed, of course, has that option there. This fill nipple for your remote line is adjustable from the right or left hand side, so it'll be right out of your way when you're shooting if you're a left-handed shooter or a right-handed shooter. And then of course you have the new Crown Arms line of handguards with various lengths. We got some 9-inch options, we got some 12-inch options.
This is a 9-inch right here.
Yeah, 9-inch option here. We have some 12-inch options. You got 4 QD mounts on this handguard. It is so light. I think honestly that the barrel may or may not weigh more than this handguard. This right here is just a little quick build that we did that has a 16-inch one-shot barrel into, or is it 14?
16.
Oh, it's 16. Okay, 16-inch one-shot barrel, but with that new OPS suppressor, which this is the Mercury. Excuse me, Mercury version. So it's got that gunmetal dark consistency, which is going to really add a really cool dynamic. Show them what it looks like, just to leave. Go back one, turn that right there. Oh no.
Let me show a little bit how what we talk about for barrel wise. So you're talking about it's right here, guys. So you're talking about that much in barrel length. Okay, that's quite a bit. So you can adjust. There are a couple of adjustability options that you can have on your OPS suppressor, where you can adjust the how close it to the handguard. Right. So you can see that right here. We made it where it's just perfectly fit right there, but actually there's a gap in there that you can do, have if you want to. Like I said, there we'll show when we maybe
an installation video,
video, so you can show you how that's done.
You can see here. Go back, back it up right there. So there's two different ways you can actually put this suppressor. You can actually have it the tall way where the barrel's actually on the bottom, or you can do it how I had it, which has the lower version here.
Right.
So it does add a little bit better look when it's fully flush like that. It's rectangular. So for those of you that are going to put this on a Tipex, for those of you who have the long range conversion kits on a Tipex, and then you slap this bad boy on there, you're going to be able to put a 12-inch barrel on that thing and still be able to use that OPS suppressor, and you'll be shooting lasers out of that thing. So for those of you that run Tipex as primaries, you're going to want to get this. This is a full metal construction too, so no 3D printed Bologna. It's a full metal area. The flip-up sights are also new. You can see how slimline those are too. You barely, it barely comes off less than an inch off of that rail there.
I like that.
So the OPS will be available tonight.
Tonight.
Yeah.
Later on when I get home, or I'll stay here a little bit late and I'll put it up for you guys. It's been I've been working on the Black Friday list, so it's a little bit hectic for us too. A lot of phone calls, a lot of walk-in in the lobby, so people are shopping for the weekend, shopping for the holidays. We'll get up for you. And this buttstock too, it's also ready. Will be up later on tonight as well. You can actually order this later on tonight.
So let's talk about this buttstock a little bit, because I think this is probably one of the most well-built of the stocks that you have. This, like I said, full metal construction, and you have a textured pad here on both sides on the top, so you can actually see it's almost like an arrowhead kind of look on the back. But this thing really catches and digs into your clothing. It's really hard to move, which is really great. It's not that heavy, which is even better. What is that noise?
Helicopter.
Oh, helicopter.
Something like thumping over our.
Overall, super light marker, very well balanced. Like I said, these new handguards, I'll do an installation video on those to show you how easy they are to install. But overall, I mean, just very, very, very nicely made. For those of you who want to run even a shorter handguard, the Quad Rail Riz CQB, and you have that, it completely collapses this down, which I think I'm definitely going to have a build for that, because a lot of people do like those CQB platforms. So I'll put a Quad Rail Riz on there, and we'll put that OPS suppressor and kind of see how cool that looks for that. So what we're really trying to do here, guys, for the future now for MCS, is we want to offer a completely different breed of magazine-fed paintball markers. We want people to see, like, wow, this is a paintball gun. That's what the thing that we want to achieve with our customers, and ultimately new people that are coming into the community and enjoying what MagFed has to offer. If we can do that, then I think the sport's going to grow a lot faster, and it's going to give us the ability to please multiple platforms as far as our audience as well. So we're really excited for this. A lot of these new products are going to be really, really
it's more
really
customizable.
cool.
I think in the last 6 months, we kind of focused on bringing the product to a next level, making little bit changes, little small accessory, improving the product rather than trying to make more stuff. We just kind of improve on what we're currently doing. Little things like this little buttstock, but add a whole new dimension to the build, whole dimension to the look of what we have in the past. All we got is M4, more M4, and that old kind of the old system. So this, I think, this brings us to the future of firearms kind of look of the industry, you know.
And we've, I've been keeping my nose on the firearms industry. I talk to a lot of people, have a lot of contacts in the law enforcement stuff, and we even get some of my officer friends and the people that we work, they bring their real guns in here, and they're like, hey, check a look at this, compare, and they're like, there's really not a difference, but it's really good to pay attention to those things, because they're kind of shaping the industry, and you're seeing a lot of changes on the firearm aspect. I mean, with even just in the past year, it's completely different genre and completely different. So we're excited, guys. We know that you guys are going to be excited as well. These products are long awaited. A lot of people have been asking about them, and we're very happy to finally get them out. So take a look at the website. Black Friday deals.
Black Friday deals. Tomorrow, a little bit tonight or tomorrow, I will release the list on what item being for the Black Friday. It's just basically a link. We'll post them up, and you can just see all the items that on Black Friday sale. Most items going to be pretty deep discount. So if you want to get a chance to jump on that, have one day to do it. That will be this Friday. You covered what is it, the new
31 guns.
31 guns. Okay, 31 guns we covered. Okay, perfect. I think we pretty much
Yeah,
set
there were
for
some
the
questions
week.
early on that
Okay.
I answered already, but we're going to be starting that December 1st, guys. So get your tickets now. They're $25 for the coupon. Is a $25 off coupon essentially, and that gets you entered in free entry into the to the raffle. So Psycho Lou. Oh, well, for auction today we got the PPQ in a holographic case. So it lights up and it's fully adjustable, so you can put different pistols in there too. It's kind of a little gimmick thing. It's kind of neat, but it's available for auction today. We're at $210, I believe.
And it comes with don't forget, guys, it's the PPQ. It has a compact laser attached to it as well. So it's not just a pistol, but also the pistol with the laser.
Let's see. Jefferson Kroll, if you thought it was a PTR, we will discredit your bid here. So the next one will go back to Felix Gonzalez at 180.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Where did that go?
You just missed it. Yeah, down.
Don't let me go down anymore.
Yeah. Then up. Up or
What
down.
happened to that?
Yeah.
No, it's all good. So Felix Gonzalez, you got it at 180. Can you post your bid one more time so I could pin it here?
Right.
Because it won't let me pin.
Well,
It won't go down that far.
you missed it earlier. That's why. It's
No, it like went down again.
really
Yeah.
okay.
See, like, look, I can't go down anymore.
Ah.
So someone had 200.
Tucker has 210, right?
Tucker, you have 210? No, he has 200.
Okay, 200.
So Tucker has it at 200 then. Okay.
All
All right, Tucker.
Well done. It's actually a perfect time to get the pistol because the pistol is 1 for 180, and so now you get the compact laser and you get the light. So it's kind of cool to have this together.
Does anyone have any questions about the 31 guns? Because I really don't want to get to December 1st and then people are like, oh, what happened?
Right.
So if you have any questions, ask them now. Do you have anything else we need to touch on?
I was gonna show you guys another buttstock, but
I have my phone right there. Real quick.
I was gonna have another buttstock, but it's not ready. It's built for DMR. It's gonna be really cool, solid sniper buttstock, and we've got a couple more buttstocks coming out. What we focus right now is to get more built on. There's not enough buttstock out there. Like I said, we have the air tank in stock, which is the TCA, the DMA, the MTA, and the carbine. Those are the kind of it's kind of dried. And then for remote line, there's only the carbine version, some Magpul stuff, and then now you get some the PDW buttstock. So we're doing the next version for DMR, focus on the long range buttstock. So I think next week we'll have them for you. We have them in here, but it's not built onto a good looking platform. We don't want to show you guys until built on a nice platform where you actually make it shine for you so you can see how it looks like.
These new stocks that he's talking about, they'll give you an erection lasting more than 4 hours. Seriously, when I opened the box, we got KT. He didn't even tell me. I was working on something in the lobby. He just looks at me and he goes like this. And usually I don't ever follow another grown man when they just do that because there's a lot of wrong things on the internet. You can get wrong ideas. So anyway, I followed him into the warehouse here, and there was 7 boxes of just brand new stuff that we brought in for samples and a bunch of other stuff. And I opened up this box and I was like,
wow,
holy beep. wow, this is what I've wanted like for a lot of like Unicus builds and things like that. So I already copped one for a Unicus build, and that will be hopefully here. And then he had another idea with it. So this is going to be probably the coolest stock in the market,
right?
In my opinion. So I cannot wait to release that, and I can't wait for you to see the Unicus build because I already have it in my head of how I'm going to do it. So it's going to be sweet. It is going to be sweet. So.
Gen 1 valve for standard 468. It is coming out, I think, in about
Gen 2.
Yeah, Gen 2, about 2 or 3 weeks. We did the one for PTR, but the 468 is not ready. Basically, it's the same as the PTR and the DMR version, but the 468 gonna have a little bit bigger of the hole. But we're testing them. As soon as we have it stable, we'll get them out for you. But you know, the 468 it's stable right now as far as shooting wise. That's just a new valve and give it another notch. So you guys just kind of be patient on that. As soon as we have it right, we'll get them out for you.
And keep in mind, guys, because there's still a little misconception here that we're getting with the new valve, especially those of you guys that have the PTR or the PTR DMR.
Mm-hmm.
Your consistency is not just varied on or completely responsible within the valve. You have the output pressure of your tank and then also the projectile to barrel pairing that you're using. So it's really, really important. Let's see here. What happened?
I guess they're with us.
It says slow internet.
Oh.
Alright, let's see if we lost him. Oh no, wait, we didn't.
Are we back?
What is going on here? Can you guys hear us?
Yeah, we're back.
I think we're back now. Alright, we're getting close to the end anyway. So anyway, you really are you're gonna see better consistency with the correct barrel to projectile pairing. So if you're using first strikes, especially with a one-shot barrel or any bore match barrel 686, you're going to see that consistency tighten way up. If you're using paintball and you're using variations of different paintballs in a barrel that's kind of just basic or stock, you're not going to see the best, the optimal consistency that you would when using the correct projectiles in barrel. So keep that in mind. Once you have that dialed in, you're going to want to make sure that you're using this best quality paintball that you can get, Valken Graffiti, something that's going to be more consistent round to round. But if you're using FSR, you just get yourself with that right barrel to pair with it, and you'll be solid. You'll get that plus or minus 2 and 3 that we're getting here at the shop. So,
tornado. Hopefully, you guys, December or January, I'm gonna show you guys how it looks, and then do some more shooting tests on that. Once I have the production body, we can start releasing out the series of video that we did to kind of show you the process of design, how long it took, and what we did to it. So be patient on that. I think December we have a lot of new stuff for you, new bodies, new buttstock. Hopefully, shape projectile will be available for you to check to test for most ambassadors and some of the key people in the industry, paintball fields, paintball store, for you guys to test them out, and then it worked out to satisfactory to the results. Then we start cranking them out. I think the first quarter of 2018 will be the year or the month that will change our industry for sure. With the rounds coming out and with the cost that we anticipating to bring it down to between 10 to 15 cents on when you get them in bulk at the store and at fields. We still work right now on the structure of pricing, quantity, how to pack them, how to label them, how to make sure that we ship them
efficiently,
exactly,
effectively.
Yeah, it took like a week just to talk about how we're gonna pack them and making sure that the packing is a little bit different from what we're currently doing, what we're currently out in the market. So that way, when we ship them out, the product arrive to you, not broken or anything. That's also a step that we have to take.
Jose Ledesma, you can only use one coupon code per order, unfortunately. So you can't stack them all up.
Right.
You can only use one discount per order. That's just how we're going to keep it. So go ahead and we'll end the auction here in 4 minutes. We have, it's 5:46, so it's 6 o'clock. We will go ahead and end it. What else do we want to talk about for 4 minutes here?
For 4 minutes, if you guys have any question, just ask us and then we'll answer them. Sometimes we have so much information in our heads that we can't just. It has to be triggered, and then we'll then we'll turn them on. But we'll have so many things going on. It's a little bit crazy.
Okay.
And drum mag, projectile service release, my money waiting to spend. Oh yeah, we're drum mag still in progress, guys. Those are the two projects that we're hoping to complete in 2018. Two major projects is the pistol and the Hydra mag. Those are the two major projects that after this year, which I think 2017 is pretty much gone. Ship projectile will probably be done by the end of this year. Ship projectile and the tornado will be done by the end of this year, and we just go into production and just have release. By the end of this year, we should have release date on the tornado and the ship projectile. That should be out of the way, and then 2018 will be more on the focus more on the Hydra and the pistol. So lots of great things coming out too for 2018.
Timothy Brooks, those are the flip ups on this gun right here. Those are a marker. They're new. We don't really have a name for them yet.
We're still testing them. They just came in. We're still testing them to see how well they work. The adjustability, see how the windage adjustment right here on that. And then you also have the front post right here. You also have the elevation adjustment right here too. So we're still kind of testing to make sure they are working to to our liking, and to make sure the compatibility and so on before we actually crank them out. So far they've been working pretty well. Jonathan did a video today on shooting it, so later on I'll post them up. But as far as these, we'll get them out to you guys. We like the fact that it's kind of low profile. So if you have an optics right here, it's not get out of the way. Not like those the kind of the Magpul M-Bus sight. It starts from here, and the flip is only so much. This one kind of a low profile, small, compact, kind of micro look. See, you can hardly see it there. And when you flip them up, it goes pretty high. The same height as a normal backup sights. So we like that a lot.
Tucker Danielson, can you run a remote line in the PPQ? No, not at this time. I have not seen the modifications done yet because it's such a new product, but scour the internet for that, because that will probably be your best resource on finding out who's going to do that. Felix Gonzalez, will we ever make a minigun? Maybe when everything's done, right, and KT doesn't have any good ideas, which is
right.
I don't think will ever happen.
Right. Well, the problem with doing machine guns and other big project like that. No, I'm talking about big in size, not in the volume. You have to make a huge mold, and I think next year or two we're gonna go into making mold inside the house, in-house, making some sand cast mold and other type of in-house mold process, and we can able to produce 5 or 10 at a time. Because right now, imagine you making a mold of that size is extremely expensive. I mean, $500,000 just to make one gun, and how many people are gonna buy it? I mean,
yeah,
you'd be lucky to sell you'd be lucky to get 100 units out a year, because it's big. Most are vehicle mount or some sort of tripod or something like that. You're not gonna, it's not a rifle. So
for a product like that, the industry really has to be at a point where we're out of options,
right? And
there's going to be people that are willing to accommodate this on a regular basis. You have what's his name on the East Coast, makes all the custom guns. What's that guy's? Eric Engler.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Eric Engler, he does stuff like that, and you can see his products and his projects that he does, and they're
mm-hmm.
amazing.
Right.
They're absolutely amazing, but they're not. Those projects actually take him a little bit of time. They're all custom built, and they're not necessarily flying off the shelf. They're kind of in a collector's right now item, because they're not widely used in your your recreational
Right.
game on the weekends. So let's see here. We had some other questions. Jose Ledesma, if you want a custom PTR DMR, just message me, man. We are making custom guns now,
Right.
and we can talk on the phone. You tell me what you want, and you tell KT,
Right.
and we'll get you the price and everything.
Right.
So if you do want a custom marker out of any of our markers, just give me a call,
Right.
and I'll get you set up.
Or you see something you like out there in the world, you can send us a photo so you can match that as much as possible for you. We have a lot of parts, a lot of accessory, different type of handguard, different type of buttstock, different. We have crazy amount of attachment that sometimes we don't know what to do with. But you have a build that you're looking for, let us know. We'll put our effort into it and make it for you.
Let's see here. Are we out of flags?
The flag that we have, guys, there was some water got into it, so
On the buttons.
on the buttons it made out of the steel, so around the button is rusting, has rust mark in there, and we don't want to give out banners that's rusty. If you want them, let us know. Just message us, and we'll put in one in for you. But like I said, we would want to hand out to you a good quality banner, not just a banner that has rust mark on it and then it looks terrible. They're great to hang up on walls, or great to hang up on like fields and stuff like that. But I don't know about putting them and take photos and so on. So if you still want one for hanging up, when you place an order, just message us or get into chat, say you want one, and we'll send one for you, or if you whatever amount you want, and we'll send it for you. We have like about 2,000 banners that we cannot give out to you guys, so we have to wait for the next batch before we start handing them out again as promo item. Like I said, we just can't give you a product that is we're not proud of. So it is a mistake that we made by having exposed to an environment. So if you guys, like I said, you want one, just let us know. Just rush around the ring, and like I said, it looks terrible for us to kind of give you something that inadequate. That's
okay. Sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
Tucker Danielson, if you don't want your bid, it's already passed, so you've actually technically already won it. I believe the person who had the bid below you was Felix Gonzalez. So if he wants to take it, you can, but as of right now, you've got it. So Felix Gonzalez, if you want it, just comment, and then it'll be yours. Let's see here, Spectre bipods. We do have some of those in stock. We got some of those back in, didn't we?
I think we out at the time. We're using a lot of those bipod to build the DMR. If you need one, let us know. We still have some floating around in the lobby in a glass case. The lobby actually, it has a lot of product that's not on the website, so you guys have a chance to go to our facility. You can actually get some of the products on the site. We have like 1 or 2 items. We don't list it on the site anymore, so it's just in the lobby. We have like a huge table of just loose product that it just we built markers in the past, and then we just take it off, and then we just put it on the table and just sitting there, and it's just waiting for us to go to another build. But it takes too much effort or resources just to take the photo for one product and post it onto the site. That's why they end up in the lobby or let on I call it the biz. It's just a table just full of parts.
Johnny Mackey, there are plans in the future to bring back the gun builder, but it's a lot of work, and we actually have to build and code the entire thing. So once we get our product line stabilized, I think it'll be better.
The coding, the site's there, but to kind of take photo and then kind of, I would say, doing the administrative work to set the right photo in the right location, take the photo in the right location and put it in. It's very tedious, and we don't have the resources right now to do that. We used to when the system was. We used to have more people. Now we have less people, less qualified people. So we'll hopefully maybe next year or something like that, when we have more resources, we can bring it back. Or maybe build a more simpler system. We kind of went a little bit too far building a complex system where, when I don't know if you guys remember, when you're able to put a scope on, you can just kind of put anywhere in the rail. So a little bit more time to kind of program that in. So, or the sight too, you kind of put in it with the sight in where you want. The first version we did, it just kind of fixed with your body and just kind of changed to a different handguard. It fixed on the sight, but now it's kind of tough to bring it back without having to program in all the different, take new photos, the right position, the right geometry, the right location, the right resolution.
I already have a headache.
That's tough, right? So you have to take every photo individually, keeping the same size. That's not easy to do. That's why it took so long. That's why there's not so many gun builder out there, and then build that into the product line. It's extremely tedious and time consuming.
All right, so Felix Gonzalez, I don't know if you're in here anymore, but Tucker Danielson, as of right now, it's yours, my friend. So if anyone else wants to take it from him, you know, say it right now. I think we're pretty much done here. If not, Tucker, I'll message you, buddy, and we'll get you taken care of. You got anything else?
That's it. You have any final question, guys? Just post them up, and we'll be off in about in 3 minutes. At 6 o'clock. Right now it's 5:57, so you get a few minutes to ask any question you have. Any thing in your mind, let us know. We'll try to answer them and provide you the information that we have or may not have. The sites right now, you guys go to. A lot of people have been posting up events onto the event calendar. We kind of revamped the system a little bit, make it easier for you to post. Just go to the site pbcal.com, and you can post your events, get more people out to the fields, and so you know more of your events. I don't think there's any comprehensive event calendar out there right now. I think ours probably has the most event and the most comprehensive as far as event goes. I don't know any other calendar out there. I think people have a hard time keeping a calendar up. We have a hard time keeping a calendar up. We kind of so for event next year, we guys, from now till from December up to July, we have one event every month. So December 3rd, we're going to be at Fog of War up in West Coast Paintball. Mid-January somewhere, we're going to be at SHOT Show. So you guys go to SHOT Show in Las Vegas. We'll be there. In February, we're going to be at Paintball Extravaganza somewhere in Virginia. In March, we will be at Dominion, late March. In April, we'll be, I think, 0 Hour in New York. In May, we'll be in Oregon at Super Game. In June, we'll be in Oklahoma at Oklahoma D-Day. In July, we'll be in Pennsylvania, Invasion Normandy. And in August, September, October, November, there are a couple of different events we want to hit. We want to do a Kilo 6.9 for real this year. Make sure we have the stuff there this year for you guys. We have Snake Eater we want to hit in Texas. We got Operation N-War. I don't know what day or what month. I don't know what day of the month that we're gonna have in October yet. So we're not gonna sure if
0 Hours in May this year.
0 Hour in May this year. Well, or early May.
Damien knows he lives out on the East Coast.
Early May, late April. How's that? So somewhere, I know some. I think I saw the calendar. Some early May. Hopefully,
I started it today, but I got going to the.
Hopefully, lobby, so. It's not overlapping Super Game. We want to support the most, as many West Coast games as possible. It's more incentive for us, really, as a group to hit as many West Coast games as possible. Because it's easier for us logistically flying out to the East Coast. So May 5th, great. So hopefully it's not overlapping Super Game. That allow us to kind of hit both events at the same time. Where in 0, it's in Albany, or is it Albany?
Yeah, it's right outside of Albany.
Yeah, Albany or Urbany or something like that.
No, it's Albany.
Albany, okay.
Right, yeah.
Okay, somewhere around there. Actually, it's a great little town.
Oh, I love that place.
Yeah, a great little
it's
town.
right next to Cooperstown. It's about 2 hours out, and I went there. That's where the Baseball World Series or the Baseball Hall of Fame is at. Oh, it's so cool.
Yeah.
Someone asked a question. What do we think about 50 cal, and is it the future of MagFed?
50 cals will be the hard to be the future MagFed just because 60 cal has been dominating the industry for so long, and most fields, most player already have 68 cal, and 50 cal cannot compete with 68 cal as far as range and impact. I don't know about you guys, but I like the impact in paintball because it hits you, it lets you know that you get shot. It discourages people from being foolish when just being out there and trying to be funny and get lit up. Right now, I don't know. Back when I was playing paintball, I can stand like I'm 100 feet away, and the guy down the field can't hit me because I cannot go like this. You can't do that anymore. 100 feet, or even 200 feet or 300 feet, you used to get shot easy with MagFed. So people are not as foolish as they are. Just stand out open. With MagFed, from like end to end of a field, you're gonna get shot. You will. So it deter people from doing funny things, and allows you to do more realistic kind of scenarios. So at the squad, you can have a rifleman, you have a sniper, you have different kind of role for the squad. So it's
you have to look at too. I mean, the internal structure of 50 cal markers for them to be in MagFed is going to become very complex. And if you're familiar with the companies that were doing 43 cal and their internal valve structures, wow, very, very, very nightmarish. Freddy versus Jason like. It's a little difficult. So you're talking about in creating a whole new product line and offering a completely different basically core. You know what I'm saying? You're building a bunch of new markers where 68 already has a foundation, and we've already seen the evolution of 68 caliber, which is of course shaped projectiles. So
yeah, the range, the smaller caliber will not have the range and the impact as a 68 caliber. And the last thing is that cost, right? Anything new introduced into the industry, the cost is gonna be way up, unless there is a huge push, a switch in change in the industry where everyone can collaborate together and focus and build that industry and have a lot of collaboration. I don't think that's going to happen unless the manufacturer, they're not really friendly to each other. Fields not friendly to each other. Store not friendly to each other. But it's funny how we're so interconnected. Fields need store to grow because the people go to the store to buy and then go play the field. So field and stores should be talking to each other and kind of support each other, promote each other. But it's not happening. Manufacturer need to kind of work really closer with field and support them, grow them, but that's not happening. So you can see that and players, they're not really friendly to each other. Teams are not friendly with each other. So you can see that there's a huge disconnect in what we do. Hopefully that will change, but only time will tell. Clearance, I don't know what month it's gonna be. Clearance. The reason is that Mike Lovato, he has not decided. He has not decided what to do with N19. He's gonna give us an answer whether they're gonna take N19 or have start something new, and he has not made a decision yet. So as soon as they come up with a decision if they're gonna do N19 and where it's gonna be and what date, we can give you an answer. So that's an open information there. Hopefully we'll get the answer soon and we can promote and support behind that. But as like I said, there are a lot of events going on from now to end of the year. I think this next week they're going to be with Dreaded Legend down south. We were invited to that event, but at the same weekend as Fog of War, and Fog of War is only 2 hours north of us. We decided to take the shorter ride, 2 hours drive rather than the 8 hours down south. It's traveling. It's a lot of work. I mean, we'd rather be on the at the field, put that time and help players and help the field and promote, as opposed to going to the event out there. You're spending like 16 or 20 hours on the road, losing all that time that we could do something more productive for the sports and for the game.
My phone's gonna die, so we're gonna have to. Hold on a second. I don't know why it's doing that. Jeremy Gregorish, we didn't make the 43 cal. Those were APS RAM. We rebranded them in early stages of RAP4's existence. But other than that, do you have anything else you want to say real quick?
That's all I got, guys. If you have any last questions, go ahead and post them now. Otherwise, we'll be out signing off in the next few minutes here, and you guys can stick to the wall. I think that's just delay in the. I don't know how long that was at the wall, but all right. And last question, guys, before we sign off for the day.
Preparations for Thanksgiving. My family's driving 8 hours. I don't even know. It's probably going to take them like 12 hours to get here
Right.
from LA or Orange County area. But I'm excited for Thanksgiving. 18-inch hammerhead barrel. Those are in anodized right now, so we should have those hopefully by next month.
Right. I'm hoping to have them like the first or second week of December. The whole hammerhead line should be coming back by then too as well, because we've been out of hammerhead for a while now. That because we kind of reset the production and put other things on priority. So everything should be back to normal next month or two.
All right.
All right, guys. Thank you so much for spending an hour with us. I know you guys have better things to do. Well, thank you. Thank you for supporting us, and thank you for sharing this hour with us every week. Appreciate it.
Thanks, guys. Have a happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you guys back here next week, and we'll also be back in the office on Friday.
Thank you, guys. Happy Thanksgiving.